What's up, YouTube? My name is Golly, and you're watching some COD Ghost gameplay, and I'm going to be talking about video games today in this video game gameplay. And who would have thought? I know, we're trying some different stuff today, talking about video games on a video game gameplay, but we're going to make it happen, okay? And what I wanted to talk about was how video games have come under scrutiny for being the cause of these problems in society, such as increased aggression among teenagers and children and adults, and they're also being blamed for social problems among youth. And I can see the social problem and I can see the aggression problem, but at the same time it's more on a personal level if you let those become prevalent in your life as problems. Okay? So video games have been around for about 30 years, and within that 30 years there has been tests done about how they affect you mentally and stuff, but really they haven't had enough time yet to determine how they affect you over an entire lifespan and a whole generation. We've only seen how they affect half of a generation, and there are some people that claim video games are dumbing people down and all this other stuff, and honestly I don't believe it to be true because it hasn't been proven, first of all. And if society is being dumbed down, I don't feel like it's because of video games. It might be because of all the greasy fast food we're eating, rotting our brain cells, okay? But I can tell you that video games has been in my life for 11 years, and I've had a console hooked up to a TV for about 9, and before that I was playing 2 years of Pokemon on a Game Boy. So my violent video game experience has been 9 years, and I'm almost 19. So about half my life, and in about half of my life, I'd say 15 to 30% of that has been playing video games. So a good about 10% of my life has been spent shooting people on Call of Duty. Okay? At the tops. Okay. Still, 10% is a good amount to affect someone, okay? Like, if you're spending 10% of your day doing something, of course that is going to affect you in some way. Whether it's mentally, physically, or emotionally, it's going to affect you. But the amount of which you let it affect you is varied, okay? So for someone that has less mental capability, like a special needs person, and they're sitting there playing video games, they might believe that that reality that they're playing on the TV is more reality than, say, I would. Say, I believe, okay, I don't even know how to explain it, but I can tell the disconnect between video games and reality just like that. But there are some people that for some reason can't tell the disconnect, which I don't believe there are too many people like that, but those people that can't let video games influence them too much and become the outliers in this problem that make up for these statistics of video games causing in-school shootings and stuff. Because these people that do these in-school shootings and in-school stabbings, sure, they might have excessive video game gameplay logged in their past, but that doesn't mean they don't have other excessive cat killing hours logged in their past, or crazy shit that would also mess them up in the head in the past. You know what I'm saying? So there are more factors to a messed up person or a messed up situation than just video games. And if society can realize that and stop trying to blame video games, maybe they can accept video games more and let the revolution begin. Because, and when I say revolution, I really don't even know what the hell I mean by that, because I feel like video games could become our future, okay? As scary as that sounds, I feel like the Matrix one day could be a reality where we're all hooked up to some virtual machine and where all of our brain cells are being broadcasted to this alternate reality, and we basically feel like our whole body inside the COD universe, or something like the COD universe, just as a crazy example. So that could be humans' eventual point as a species. Now I don't know if that would happen, and I would not like for that to happen in my lifetime, but it could happen just because of the speed at which technology is increasing. Now some people like to believe technology is at like a crazy ass spiral upwards, but it's just like if you look at the side of a pyramid and how it's at like a 45-degree angle, that's at about the same rate that technology is increasing, because we have to create technology to create technology. And that technology that we need to create the newer technology takes technology to make. So it's an ever grinding process to try to keep up with creating technology. So that's why it takes a while. So I don't really see video games getting too realistic that quick, but it could happen, okay? Now, what I think about video games and aggression among teens is that if you as an individual like to think of video games as reality, then sure, more exposure to that reality will cause you to think of that reality as more of a real one than your reality, and it will influence your decision making. But I've killed close to 1 million people on online video games, and that's within a 9-year period. And I have not killed any people in real life in that same time period. So I have no desire to kill anyone in the future either. So I really don't see why people see video games as a factor in murder and stuff, because just because you're doing something in real life doesn't mean you want to go do it in real life. Like, I want to go and run over a freaking grandma right now in Grand Theft Auto and get a splatter spree in Halo 3. That doesn't mean I want to go get a splatter spree in real life, okay? And video games aren't a form of art. You got to realize that, okay? Just like paintings or anything else. They're a creation of what reality could be or what reality is, just in our perception of it. And video games are our perception of what reality could be or what reality is. So of course we're going to have stuff like running over grandmas, because that is in reality. Only in a video game, if we do it, there's no repercussion for it. But if you do it in real life, yo, it has to get thrown in jail. So of course we're going to run over a grandma in a video game before we do it in real life, because that would just be stupid to do it in real life when you could do it in Grand Theft Auto and get no repercussion. So maybe these things, like running over grandmas, are influencing people to do these things in real life, but I don't feel that way. And I've ran over multiple grandmas, and I have never thought about running over a grandma in real life with my car. I've joked about it, sure. Have I done it? No. So like, why would you like to believe that video games are such a bad thing when I only see video games as progressiveness for our society? Now, sure, this is very biased because I do make revenue off of video games, and I have a reason to make their future seem good, but at the same time, I believe that they could only be beneficial for training. Like Call of Duty could be training real life soldiers to fight in real wars. And I'm not saying I'm a trained soldier just because I play Call of Duty, but I'm saying this could be a form of training for real life stuff, you know? So just let me know what you think about this stuff in the comment section. I might make a follow-up video for it and let you guys know what I think some more in some more detail. So let me know, and until next time, guys, peace.